Yeah. Okay. So this is our fourth E-DHAMMA parenting workshop, and previous 3 workshops was online on the Facebook Live on Ariya Vihara Facebook. If you notice, then you may already know that we have talked a few topics before, and then we have our advisor, yeah, Venerable Sumangala Bhikkhuni, and she's here today with us. And let me introduce about Venerable. She's a Malaysian Buddhist nun who received Master of Art in Philosophy, Buddhism, 2011 from International Buddhist College, Thailand. And she also has a Master of MA, Master of Art in Industrial and Organizational Psychology in 1999 from UKM, Malaysia. And currently she is the president of Ariya Vihara Buddhist Society and also an advisor of Gautami Vihara Society. And she's a very well-known Dhamma speaker. She conducts a lot of Dhamma sharing, meditation retreats, mindfulness workshops, Dhamma camps, pilgrimage tours, and also nuns novitiate programs. Personally, Venerable Sumangala has been my first the first person who inspired me to do my mindful parenting workshop. Yeah, so I've also learned a great deal from Venerable Sumangala. And so thank you for giving me this opportunity to do this hosting. And let me also introduce our speaker here today, Sister Poh Yew. She is an experienced international trainer in math education and training of trainers program. And she's very innovative and enthusiastic in helping people to develop their creativity potential through captivating method. Mathematical magic is one of her work. And she shares regularly her passion in helping people to maximize their potential via the media platform. I also is one of the students of Sister Poh Yew, and she's a very passionate speaker, and she really, you know, share herself selfishly, you know, about things that she know. So I hope that you can really, you know, ask questions and benefit from this session much. And without further ado, I think, yeah, let us perhaps start this session. And I shall pass the platform to our dear guest speaker today, Sister Poh Yew.
Thank you, Sukianto. Sukianto, Venerable Sumangala. Okay, I'm very excited to be here this afternoon, but I want to let you know this is my first time doing a workshop version, not a seminar. It's a workshop version. So I don't know how it goes. Whether you can, you can understand me well. So if anything, you just can stop me and ask a question to on your mic, or you use the chat to share with us. Right, so let us be casual, be our friendly gathering. Right, so no need to be so strict and okay. Let it be free and easy. Now, I wish to hear your voice. I wish to see your appearance. So, because that's how we connect. We connect by seeing our eyes into the eyes and see how you smile. That's how I know whether you understand or not. So if you don't show me your face, it's very difficult for me to communicate to you. So I wish you can show your face. And second, I wish you on your mic whenever I have interactive session. Most of the time you off your mic, but when we have I want some input from you, I wish you on your mic so that we can hear each other. But sometimes when we on the mic, the background noise are too overwhelming, so we have to off again. So we'll see how it goes. Okay. Now, so as as Sister May say, I'm a creative I'm a trainer on creativity. So and I use magic, so I must show you something of this nature first. This is how I start my session. And I hope after all you have bought some paper. Okay, let's do the first activity. Okay, take a piece of your A4 paper. take a piece of your A4 paper, okay, fold into half the original size. Those of you who have, please take part now. This is a workshop. Okay, I want to try, see how we can do workshop over Zoom. See whether it works. Okay, tear into 2 pieces. You can use scissors, but it's too slow. Tear into 2 pieces. Tear into 2 pieces. Take 1 piece, half again. Take 1 piece, half again. Okay, tear into 2 pieces. So this is 1/4 of the A4 size. This is half size. This is 1/4 size. Take 1/4 size. Right? Now you tear 2 slits. Like this. Can you see clearly? See somewhere? Can you see clearly? Yeah? Okay. Tear 2 slits. Any one of you who have seen before in my workshop or some other people's workshop, if you have seen this activity, please do not take part. If you haven't seen, you must try. Okay, now this is the starting point. You hold this paper at the edge. One thumb and index finger, the other side thumb and index finger pinch. The other three fingers cannot touch the paper. The other 3 should not touch the paper. Okay. Later when I say 1, 2, 3, I want to see you tear this paper into 3 portions. You see 3 portions, right? In one stroke. Just one stroke, it produces 3 portions. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Tear into 3. Right? See, Sister Emma, you only want 2 portions, right? Okay? Sister Yang, show me your result. Okay, you tear in one stroke. Tear.
Those with without video, you can on. Perhaps you can let Sister Poh Yew to see. Teacher Poh Yew, you have already mute yourself.
Result.
Yeah, okay already. Yeah.
So most of you have 2 pieces. Now I want to show you how to now try use the back of the paper, tear 2 slits. The other side, the other end. Save some paper. Take the other end. Tear 2 slits like this, huh? Okay. Tear like this now. Yeah. Now you see how I do it. 1, 2, 3. Right, that's why I say must on your on off. Unmute. Who can unmute off?
For you to hear your laughing sound, so please unmute your speaker.
Must unmute. So, okay. Now, so when I ask you to do this, right? If you cannot, we work all many other way to do it. It doesn't work. So what you need to do is just bite the centerpiece.
Sister Poh Yew, you mute again.
Oh, sorry, maybe I accidentally.
Right. Now, this is what we call. Okay. Now I ask you, other than using your, please answer me. Other than using your mouth, how else can you solve this? How else? How else? Just shout your answer. And who can this Sister May always let the volume on and see how it goes.
Yeah, then you can unmute yourself. Actually, you have the
audience.
Use legs.
Huh? Use legs, huh? Okay.
Use legs.
Use legs. Your toe. How else?
Actually using ruler.
Use ruler.
How to use ruler?
I use ruler to carry.
You can do one stroke.
Oh,
You can do one stroke.
yeah, just now
one
I was
take.
typing. Yeah.
If you use your mouth, you definitely can do. What I mean, other than using your mouth, you can use your leg. And what else? Okay.
Yeah, when we use our mouth, it is much easier to tear the paper properly, like this.
Use the mouth is much easier. Right. Now, what I want to share with you is that whenever I ask people, how else can you do? They say use the chin, they use elbow, they use the leg. Ask your friend to help you.
Get another person to do it. Another person to follow it.
Yeah, another person, as Sister Mei Ling said, ask another person to hold the centerpiece and it's done. Right. So I'm starting with this small little activity to cheer you up, to let you know that there are many ways to solve problems, but we tend to see no way because we haven't learned before, right? So this is how creativity is all about, right? So we are going to talk about this nature of work throughout the whole session, okay? Right.
Teoh, most of the time we only listen to instructions and we follow instruction blindly.
Correct. If you follow instruction and it doesn't work, we must change. This is very important. In my work, I call it find fault and fix it. Other people who are not creative, they find fault and complain, right? So what I want to advocate is find fault and fix it. When you see there's fault, so I develop all these things in the education system because I see fault. I'm going to show you right now. Let me share with you my screen. Okay, Sister May, is it on? Is the slide on now?
Yes, it's on.
Today we are going to talk about higher order thinking, the way forward. I developed all this activity because when I was a school teacher, I started teaching in school. I noticed this problem, right? School mathematics and the industry commerce have two different objectives. Industry and commerce prefer graduate with creative problem solving skill. Do you agree? Right? If you are a boss, you want to hire staff that is creative in solving problem. But school mathematics, these students memorize formula and do repetitive exercise because we want them to do an exam, right? School is targeting an exam. The bosses are targeting on the solving market problem. Okay, so because market demand, they want to respond to globalization. They need innovative solution. And why the school need to teach students do an exam? Because parents want the children go to universities, right? So these two have different objectives and they go separate way. So we train children after so many years of education, we train them, they are good exam taker. Where they're very good in taking exam, they got score A's, but they are not good in problem solving. Right? So many bosses tell me when I show them my activities, they say, hey, we use this activity to interview graduate and you are exposing them to primary school children. Right? So these are the things that I would like to do to help the society to train children in school, from school to be able to cope with the problem in the society when they graduate later, right? So Bloom in year 1956 already established this hierarchy of the cognitive development. So the first three bottom knowledge, comprehension, application, where these are the knowledge that we learned during our school days, and this one today is replaced by computer. Computer has done all the job for us. We don't need human mind to do knowledge, comprehension, and application job anymore. What we need to do now is analysis, synthesis, and evaluation. Analysis means we break things down with critical thinking. Synthesis is creativity. Evaluation is judgment. Whether you should do or you shouldn't do, how to make decisions. Right? Many people draw this graph differently. The poster that you receive is drawn differently. People argue over and over on which should come first. To me, I am not interested in the argument of which should come first. I'm very interested in how to help children to achieve these three, right? So I don't discuss on who should come, which one should come first. So all these three is called higher order thinking skill. Let me show you some examples straight away. What is the time now? Now this is a clock. This is a clock. Now please unmute yourself. We are going to discussion now. Please, okay. The host please unmute. Now, this clock is a perfectly functioning clock. I take out from the wall, I take out all the numbers, and I rotate it. I put it horizontal on the table. This is how the picture look like. I rotate it so you don't know which one is number 12, which one is number 1. You don't know. But I want to tell you that the long hand is pointing sharp to the dot. The long hand is pointing sharp to the dot. The short hand is pointing exactly in the middle of two dots.
Okay.
What's the time now? The short hand is exactly in the middle of two dots. The long hand is sharp to the dot. What's the time now? Shout your answer.
12:15.
12. If 12:15, the short hand cannot be in the middle. The short hand cannot be,
4:35.
4:35 also, the short hand cannot be exactly in the middle. Now, the picture might not be accurate, but I want it to be accurate.
About 2 p.m.
Oh, divide the circle into 60 minutes into different segments. Wow. Okay, now.
Let me ask you this. What is the time now?
3:30.
What is the time?
Oh,
3:30.
3:30.
Right? 3:30, right? Right. When I put on the second clock, you straight away tell me 3:30. When I put at the first clock, you have to think. Right? So this is what I want to advocate in school. We teach in school the one with the number. We teach you how to read clock, how to read tell time. We teach you how to tell time. If I tell the number, we forgot how to work, how it works. So these are the exercises that will stimulate the brain to analyze. Yeah, so let's do. Now I want to show you there are 3 kinds of mathematical tasks. I'm sorry, I need to use mathematics only to illustrate because this is what I do best. Any field can be used to develop creativity. Any field at all. But mathematics is my forte. The school we do a lot of exercise, so much so that the children and parents are so stressed over the exercise. One day, my daughter came back, show me 2 pages of division question at primary 2. Mommy, can I use calculator? I said, you do 2 questions in front of me without calculator? So she did successfully 2 questions correct in front of me straight away. I said, okay, use calculator. Right? Now, children come back with exercise that is redundant and unnecessary for them. If they can do it by themselves, good. You don't have to bother. If they cannot do it and they lost interest in their study, we must take action. We must help them to do. We must support them to do because it's not necessary at all because it's not suitable for them. My first girl did all her homework by herself, no problem. My second one, I support her. My son, all A's in all government exams. SVM 12 A's, 11 A's. Son in primary 1, 200 over student in primary 1, his position was 200. 200 over student in primary 1, his position was 200. But when he come back, he cannot do homework. All the homework is done by me because he's not ready for school yet. So this is what I want to share with all parents. We must let our children do the thing that is relevant to them. So next, real problem. What we want to advocate is real problem, like the clock. The clock without the number is considered a real problem. Even we adults need to think how to get the answer right. So it's a problem to you. And then next one is called E-DHAMMA. Okay. You don't move. Sandy cannot move. The program go haywire. Okay. Let me. What do you see from your side? Do you hear the sound?
Yeah, I hear the sound.
Okay.
Yeah, now moving.
Okay, I try now.
Okay.
Now let's do an exercise. Please key in into your chat box. What's the time now? Same like this now. The is in the middle dot. How can I see the chat box? How can I see the chat box?
You click on the chat box. You click the chat box. So Mei Ling say it's 12:45. Chen I say it's 12:45. Poh Xuan say it's 12:45.
9:30.
And then yeah, PLD and Willie say it's 9:30. Can you see, teacher? Beside the participant. Yeah. And Chu Lei Hua say it's 5:30.
Okay.
4 o'clock.
How many people say 9?
3:30.
How many?
3:30.
How many say 9:30? How many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Many or not?
7. 1, 2, 3. Coming in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
Right.
And the others is
7, 8.
Okay. So it's
9.
9:30. Okay. Let me show you. Now, let me show you. What condition the shorthand will be in the middle of two dots? It will be some 30, right? 130, 230, 330, 430, right? So when at the 30, where should the long hand be pointing? The long hand should be pointing at 6. The long hand should be pointing at 6. So this is 6. The long hand should be pointing at 6. The long hand should be pointing at 6. This will be 7, 8, 9, 10. So it is 9:30. Okay? Next one. Something. Okay. Now, one more exercise for you. What is the time now? Read for me the answer, Sister.
Okay. Haven't come in yet. You can type in the chat box.
What is the time now? The short hand is in the middle of two dots. The long hand is to the dot.
11:45. One say. Caroline say is 11:45.
Next. No need to mention them. Just tell me the answer.
Oh, okay. 8:30. 11:45. 8:30. 8:30. 8:30. 8:30. 11:45.
Okay. For the answer is 8:30, right? The answer is 8:30. For you who think it's 11:45 because you see this as 12. You see this as 12. Right? You see this as 12. But I said the shorthand is in the middle of two dots. The shorthand is in the middle of two dots. That means it's 30. It's something 30. When something 30, the long hand must be pointing at 6. So this is 6, 7, 8, 9. So 8 and 9 is 8:30. Okay? Next, the coming one. Please key into your chat box. Don't say. And don't tell me the answer. Don't tell me the answer.
Okay.
I want to see who is the first one to get it right. Next one. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Okay. Just key in. Key in. Don't say. Two needle are pointing sharp to the dot. Short hand and long hand all sharp to the dot. And answer coming in?
Oh, I answer now, teacher? Okay. You can see, right?
I cannot see.
You cannot see. In the chat, you must click on the chat.
The chat is...
Oh, maybe you're sharing. Okay, you go to the sharing and click more, and then you click chat.
Sharing more. I'll click more.
Yeah, and then you click chat. Can you see?
Never mind. Okay, now you can tell me what's the most popular answer?
Popular answer. 1, 2, 3. 12:05. 3 answer, and then 5:30, 6:35, 8:50. 4 answer. 12:05.
Okay, let's stop. Don't need to tell the answer. All right.
Yeah.
Now, dear parents and teachers, okay, see, it is so difficult for us to do this type of question because we are not trained all these years to do this type of question. When you know the answer, it is extremely easy, but we are just so much influenced by the bad system that have formed our mind, our thinking. I repeat one more time. The question is the long hand and short hand both pointing sharp to the dot. The long hand and short hand are both pointing sharp to the dot.
And try again.
Try again. The long hand and short hand are both pointing sharp. Okay. Now.
3:20. One say 11. 12:05. 11.
More. Answer correct. Right? More.
11.
What we need is time. Okay. Now, what we need is time. If I give you time, you got it right. So we always rush children to do. When you rush children to do one exercise, the enjoyment of mathematics will not happen. Right? We rush children to get fast, speed. Then you waste the amount of time you spend asking them to learn mathematics. I tell you, it's so much enjoyment if you spend time doing it. So, okay, now let's look at the answer now. When the shorthand is pointing sharp to the dot, what does that mean? It must be exact o'clock, right? It must be exact o'clock. 1 o'clock, it points at 1. 2 o'clock, it points at sharp at 2. 3 o'clock, it points at sharp at 3. So we don't care what time it's pointing, but the long hand must be pointing at 12. When the short hand is pointing, it's a sharp exact o'clock, the long hand must be 12. So this is the time. 11 o'clock. You turn the clock a bit, you tilt your head a bit, is it 11 o'clock look like this? Right? So these are very good questions to give to children when we teach them about time, during timing. So these are the higher order thinking questions that I advocate that schools should implement. If the school don't implement, we do it at home. Right? So don't worry about what the school do or they don't do. You do it at home with your children. Right? Let's do the second interesting question. If you have done it before in any occasion, exactly the same question, you cannot do. You don't take part. If it's different figure, different number of people, you can do. If it's exactly the same, you don't take part. Okay? Now, there is a very dark night. 4 people wanted to cross the bridge. A, B, C, D. Their name is A, B, C. Ali, Bala, Chong, David, something like that. So A, B, C represent the four boys' name. So A is very fast. He can cross the bridge in 1 minute. B takes 2 minutes. C takes 5 minutes. D takes 10 minutes. The bridge is very narrow. Only 2 persons can cross at a time. It was very dark. They need a torchlight to cross together with the torchlight, right? So now how would you arrange them? Who go with who and who come back with torchlight? And then decide who go again and then who come back with torchlight and who go again. So you have to decide how they plan their trip so that you get the shortest possible time to complete the task. The person who come back with torchlight the time also must be counted, right? Now you try. After you've got your answer, you key in the chat box. You need me to repeat, please write at the chat box as well.
Please repeat. Teacher, Mei Ling said please repeat.
One more time. So 4 people wanted to cross the bridge. Their running speed is different. Walking speed is different. A, 1 minute. B, 2 minutes. C, 5 minutes. D, 10 minutes. I forgot to say this now, sorry. A crossed with B, how much time needed? It is not 3 minutes. If A accompany B to cross, the time taken will be 2 minutes. Because the 1 minute have to wait for the 2 minutes. Okay, wait for the friend. So if A and C cross, the time taken will be 5 minutes. Okay, so 4 people, one side of the bridge. They want to cross to the other side of the bridge. 2 persons cross, you count the time. 1 person must take back the torchlight, you also count the time. Then these 3 people must decide who go first. 2 persons go, 1 person come back, and then 2 persons go. So I would like you to tell me your arrangement. Who go with who come back with torchlight, so that you get the shortest possible time to cross the bridge. If the answer coming in, you read to me.
Yeah, there's 21 minutes. One say Kwa and PL say don't need the name. Okay. PL say is 19 minutes.
Continue. You see the answer.
19 minutes, 16 minutes. One says 16 minutes.
16 minutes, you might have made a mistake. You forgot to count the time, coming back time. Coming back time must count.
Okay, 21 minutes. $20 minutes, 19 minutes. Uh, 21 minutes, and one say 2 plus 1 plus 5 plus 1 plus 10 is 19 minutes, and then 19 minutes again, another one.
If you see your answer you see the answer other people is different for yours, you can recalculate. You can change your mind. Change your mind and key in the new answer. Any more new input?
Not yet. Okay, 10 minutes.
10 minutes, you misunderstood the question. Everybody walk, and then you must come back with 2 person walk, count the time, must come back with torchlight, and then count the time. Cannot say one person shine the torchlight in the middle, and then just let everybody pass. So you must follow the rules. Follow the rules.
And then one say 19 minutes.
Okay, I think we have enough example to. You see, the 19 is the most popular answer, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, let's discuss now. 19 is the most popular answer. If you answer 19, you fully understood what the question was. If you answer 19, you fully understood what the question was. But if answer is 19, I wouldn't ask you lah. I wouldn't ask you if your answer is 19. There's nothing special. Nothing special. So when I look at this question in my children's IQ book, I see this question, nothing special. I got 19. I see nothing special. There must not. I think there's something special that I overlook. I check the answer. The answer is not 19. Then I study again. Oh, this is a good question. Okay. Now, answer is not 19. Right? Why it is not 19? So this is a very good question to use as you're training your staff. If you are working in a working adult, you training your staff, you copy. Remember this question and let your colleague try it. Let your subordinate try it. Right? Now, we do 19 because we let one run and pass the torchlight. Okay? AB cross 2 minutes. A is the fastest, so A come back 1 minute. A bring C cross 5 minutes. A come back 1 minute. A bring D cross 10 minutes. We have 19 minutes, all right? So we use this strategy because A is the one faster. So A must be taken the charge, the duty to run a few more time, right? This is what we do. But we've forgotten one more aspect. So that comes in higher order thinking skill, analyze. We have forgot one more aspect, that is the waiting time. We waste waiting time. When A accompany D, you lost 9 minutes. You lost 9 minutes, right? So how to overcome? On the volume now. On the volume, please. How to overcome this? How to overcome the wastage of waiting time? Anybody? Any suggestion? Please say.
Take the slowest one to cross the bridge first.
Yes. Oh no, not first. The slowest one must cross the bridge together, not first.
Instead of one go and then one come back, perhaps maybe 2 by 2 go first.
No. Must follow the rules. Must follow the rules. The rule is like 19. When you answer 19, you follow the rules perfectly. When you answer 19, you follow the rules perfectly. So now the same rule apply. Exactly the same rule. How to overcome? How to overcome wastage? And how do you settle D? D is very slow. How do you settle D? How can we think of a way to overcome wastage of waiting for D? Who go with who is a D go with who is the shortest wastage?
A and D to go first.
Go with C.
D go with who? C. I hear C. D go with C, you waste 5 minutes. D go with C, you waste 5 minutes. D go with A, you waste 9 minutes. So D should not go with A. Never a trip. The only way D should go is go with C. Okay, and never let him come back. Okay, now let's see. Let's see now. Now let's see. A, B cross, 2 minutes. Okay, who come back? A come back. So now 1 minute. Now who should go now? Who should go now? Now this side you have A, C, D. Who should go now? So this is the best opportunity for C and D to go together. C and D to go together. Now this trip, C and D together. So it takes 10 minutes. So on the other side, they have C, D, B. One person must come back with torchlight to fetch A. Who should come back? B. B. Out of B, C, D? B is the fastest, so B should come back. B should come back to fetch the torchlight and fetch A, go back. 2 minutes, so 17 minutes. Right? Now, this is one of the best questions that I ever encountered. We can use in workplace that we always take care of profit, and we forgot about mistakes, right? Same thing like our own human. You take care of working harder, you forgot about your health, right? Right. So we study so much about academic, we forgot about spiritual, right? We forgot about taking care of the environment. There are so many things that we overlook. So I use this type of material in any type of training to reflect on. We overlook on a lot of things. So if we are mindful, we will not overlook this. We will take care of all aspects of life, right? So these are very important questions that for our children to do and discuss the meaning of this question with them. Okay. So I teach mathematics using many interesting methods like this. The question does not only involve addition and subtraction, but it's a lot of thinking involved. So I use 5 aspects of creativity. I teach 10 problem solving strategy. I use 5 approaches: magic, craft, puzzle, game, and project. Let me show you some of them. Problem solving strategy, guess and check, blah, blah, blah. There are so many strategies, but we are not exposed. We don't expose the children, we teach them formula. Formula is a fixed method. Without formula, they cannot do already. What a waste. If you teach strategy, they can do without formula. They can try and error. They can do all kinds of, draw a picture, make a table to try to figure things out. Let me show you a very interesting game. Let me show you an interesting game. Yeah? Okay, now I think I need to off my slide first. Off my slide first. I have to go back to full screen. Which button to press?
Stop share.
Stop share.
Yeah.
Okay. I will go to my camera. Okay. Now, let's look at here. I have I have 5 cards here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then I have another 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay? 5 cards up and 5 cards down. So magician take this 5 cards. Participant take the other 5 cards and shuffle the card. Shuffle the card. Mix up. So there's no way magician can control the position of the card. So now we stack together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 face down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 face up. We mix together. Mix together. Okay, we mix together. Shuffle them properly. Okay, magician will take this to the back of the back of the body, yeah? And magician will do something. After magician present to the front, there will be 2 stacks of the same number of card face up. Let me show you. So I didn't see the card. I cannot show you the whole body. I didn't see the card. I do something at the back. Later you understand. I do something at the back. Then I present to you two stacks of cards. Now, each one is 5 cards. Then there will be same number of cards facing up. 2 facing up. And here, count wrongly. Sorry, short one. Okay, let me do it one more time. 1, 2, 3, 4. Take the big card faster. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right? We shuffle them. We shuffle them. Ask the audience to shuffle. Then magician put it at the back and do something. So magician don't see the card. And the magician present the card. There will be 2 stacks of cards. There will be 2 stacks of cards having the same number of cards face up. Okay, 1, 2, 3 face up. 1, 2, 3 face up. Both sides will be the same. There will be same. There will be 1, 2, 3 face up cut. 1, 2, 3 face up cut. Okay. So how does it work? Right. Let me show you one more time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Face up. Right. So I take to the back. I put them two stack. One card face up. One card face up. Okay. The question is, how does the trick work? Let me explain to you how it works. Huh? Because I need to use this to answer the more difficult question later. So what I did was, I asked the audience to give me five cards face down. I have 5 cards face up, or vice versa. Okay, now face up and face down. 5, 5. Mix. Mix, huh? What I did at the back is I take this whole deck of cards and I count like this. I count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I count 5, and then one side I turn. One side I turn. One side I turn and put down. By doing so, there will be exactly same number of cards facing up and 3 cards up, 2 cards down, 3 cards up, 2 cards down. Okay? Right. You might not be able to understand it properly. Let us show you some picture. Let me show you some picture. Yeah, now this is the 5 card. 5 card face down, 5 card face up. So now mix already, mix up already. So I count 5 cards. I count 5 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there are 3 face down cards here. So there should be 2 over there, correct? There are 3 face up cards here. So there will be 2 over there. So there's 2 face. This is 2 face down, 3 face down. There will be 2 face down. 2 face up. There will be 3 face up to get it back. Right, 5 cards up and 5 cards down. Okay, to get it 5 cards up and 5 cards down. So if I count any 5 here, the number of face up cards is 2. The other side will be 3. So when I turn around, this one become up, this one become down. So it will be the same number. Can you get it or not? Okay. So now I want to show you the video. Show you the video of very interesting thing. You need this foundation to understand the video, right?
You heard the traveler's tales, you followed the crumbling maps, and now, after a long and dangerous quest, you have some good news and some bad news. The good news is you've managed to locate the legendary dungeon containing the stash of ancient Stygian coins, and the eccentric wizard who owns the castle has even generously agreed to let you have them. The bad news is that he's not quite as generous about letting you leave the dungeon, unless you solve his puzzle. The task sounds simple enough. Both faces of each coin bear the fearsome scorpion crest, one in silver, one in gold. And all you have to do is separate them into 2 piles so that each has the same number of coins facing silver side up. You're about to begin when all of the torches suddenly blow out, and you're left in total darkness. There are hundreds of coins in front of you, and each one feels the same on both sides. You try to remember where the silver-facing coins were, but it's hopeless. You've lost track. But you do know one thing for certain. When there was still light, you counted exactly 20 silver side-up coins in the pile. What can you do? Are you doomed to remain in the dungeon with your newfound treasure forever? You're tempted to kick the pile of coins and curse the curiosity that brought you here. But at the last moment, you stop yourself. You just realized there's a surprisingly easy solution. What is it?
Share screen. Let me
Yes.
share with you the answer.
Yeah.
It's not easy to in this manner. Okay. Now can you see? Now can you see?
Yep. Now
Can
can
you see
see.
now?
Yep.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
First version, where you have the magician exactly count 5 cards at the back. Exactly count 5 cards behind his back and flip the cards in one of the palms before before he places the card on the table. One side only you flip, one side. Okay. Now okay. The dungeon silver coin, there are many coins. You don't know how much scattered around. The 4 cards will be scattered around. So you just take the first 4. You just flip them over. You flip them over. Okay, you take this 4. You take this 4. 1 up, 3 down. So there should be 4 up on the other side. There should be 4 up on the other side. So if you flip the card, you flip the card. You flip the card. You flip the card over. You have 3 cards face up and 3 cards face up on both sides. Can you see?
Yep.
Let me repeat. First, many number of you wish and 4 cards face up. Second, you shuffle the stack of cards. After you shuffle, then you take 4 cards for one corner. Either left or right side. So you have 3 down, 1 up. You flip over, you have 3 up. Just count 20 pieces of. Okay, it's time to have to end with this. I want to end with this. Can you please help me to on the light?
Yeah, I'm owning now. This is the one. Okay.
Ask Ariya to close today's session.
Okay.
Oh, you do for that.
Okay. I'm going to show this video.
This week's People magazine profiles a California teenager who does some remarkable things despite his disability. This is something you just might have to see to believe. CBS News correspondent John Blackstone reports.
In a pillow fight, 14-year-old Ben Underwood can deliver a dead-on shot. When a video game is going, his fingers fly. On his skates, he's fearless. For most teenagers, it's nothing remarkable.
Car. I got a car.
But Ben Underwood is blind, totally blind. Hear the clicks? That's how he finds his way around. To walk down the street with Ben is to be amazed at what he can see with his ears.
Well, there's a fire hydrant on the side and a car on this side. Wait, is that, no, that's a trash can or that, hold on, let me see. That's a trash can? Yeah, that's a trash can.
Ben was just 2 years old when cancer claimed his eyes. Both were surgically removed.
And he woke up from that surgery and Ben said, Mom, I can't see anymore, I can't see anymore. And I said, you can't use your eyes, but you got your nose and your ears and your mouth.
From that day on, Ben has used his hearing, his touch, his sense of smell to conquer a world of darkness. It's sometimes hard to believe how good Ben is. Just watch the way he deftly steps around a fallen trash can. I don't know how you do that. Somehow, Ben has mastered echolocation. It's the same way dolphins get around, bouncing sound waves to figure out where they are. On a trip to SeaWorld a few weeks ago, Ben found that he and the dolphins shared an amazing talent.
All right, ready?
Out of the water, it becomes easy to forget that Ben is blind. Ha ha!
That was luck.
How else to justify my pleasure when I put a couple of goals past him?
You thought you were so good.
I am good.
He is indeed. Ben beat me 5-2. Playing video games with his brother Isaiah in the assault of noise, Ben can figure out everything that's happening just by listening.
How can you even separate the sound?
Because they got different voices.
Nobody is going to tell him that there is an impossibility for him because there are none.
This mom ought to be teaching a course on, how do you raise a kid who can't see well.
Dr. James Rubin says Aquanetta has done exactly the right thing with Ben, never being overprotective, never putting limits on him.
I think the real story here is not his talents, but his attitude, and I think attitude is what it's really about.
We have to give our kids confidence. We give them pride. Empower him with who he is and be proud of who you are no matter what.
You can see where Ben gets his extraordinary self-confidence.
There's nothing that you can do I can't do better. And that's the attitude. You know what I'm saying? That's what I want to give him.
Watching him in action, it seems clear that Ben really can do anything. For The Early Show, John Blackstone, CBS.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, just want to say a few words on this video. I show you this video is because one of the aspects of creativity is that say yes to impossibilities. It is not possible for a blind person to do all these other things, but because he thinks he can, so he finds ways how to do it, right? So I am a Parkinson patient. Because I saw this video when I was diagnosed with Parkinson, I said, if he can do it, I can do it. And today I'm already 10 years Parkinson and I still can do a lot of things. So this is what I want to share. With creative mindset, we can do wonders, right? Thank you very much.
Thank you, Sister Poh Yew, for your sharing. Despite all the challenges, we hope that you have benefited from what Sister Poh Yew have shared just now. And now I'd like to invite Venerable to share a few words about this hot skill in parenting and also teaching the children. So Venerable, can you unmute yourself?
Yeah, right. So it's very interesting to also listen to Sister Poh Yew, who have shared with us, the hot skill and the aspect of looking at different angle on something to solve problem. So I think indeed for parents, we are always faced with many different challenges in life, in work, in raising our children. And I think this is a very important time for us to really look into also how do we think and how do we solve challenges or problems, and how can we continue to learn a higher skill for ourselves and also to help our children to also develop their potential in different skill, so that they will be able to face with better study in a more proper way and a more fun way and more happy way. And when people can be able to solve their what they call challenges, they find a kind of accomplishment and happiness. And from there, of course, they can make a lot more progress in their life. And in terms of these particular aspects, from the Dhamma aspects, indeed the Buddha actually encouraged the way how we should learn and the way how we should also train our children to learn. So of course, at the modern time, we use many different terms to indicate on thinking. And the Buddha mentioned very clearly the aspects of training that we should focus about is the mind. Yeah, the mind is the greatest asset that we should help to develop, and this is where that the know-how and the skill to train is important. Although now we said that the method of how we learn in school may not be very helpful sometimes in helping the children or parents in the way of acquiring the true knowledge. So in the past, during the Buddhist time, when we said knowledge means your mind is trained in a way that you can access things in a very high level, meaning you know. Now what we have is, of course, when we say knowledge, is very much on information. So everything, one click away, you have the information, tons of them, yeah, but we cannot remember. So if we have the gadget, we can work or we can do something. But when we don't have it, then, we become redundant. So it's also very important in our time to have that kind of basic training that can help us for the higher order thinking or higher order practice. The Buddha actually gave us a simple process that we can actually follow. First, the Buddha always, in the past, we use the ear, yeah. And I think if we don't have any gadget, we still can use the ear to listen. So the Buddha normally start with to listen attentively, yeah, to listen attentively, and then just like just now when Poh Yew speak instruction, yeah. So when you listen attentively, then you may be able to get to answer or to respond to the question, yeah, asked in a more appropriate way and get it right or get it in a way to improve your knowledge or your understanding and your application and the result. Yeah. So the first thing is to listen attentively, and the next thing is to, of course, after listening, the Buddha said you need to also to know the processes of the mind that is to remember. Yeah. So most of the people nowadays, we think that computer can remember for us, so we don't remember anything, or we tend to rely on the computer to remember for us. So because of the learning when they are young, they don't do that kind of practice. They don't have this capacity in memory, yeah, to recall to mind things that can be done or can be worked out. So with the computer only they can work out things, but without computer they do not know what to do, how to do. Yeah. So now you can see this kind of youth that is growing with this kind of situation. So remembering is also a very important part of process of higher order thinking, because if we cannot remember how to do things, how are we going to really perform the higher task? Because higher order needs a lot of juggling between and very fast kind of interconnectivity of the mind between one thing to another, so that they can actually combine together to produce that kind of speed, results, and the kind of angle of looking at things and give the best solution at the shortest time. So this is also a very important part, yeah, from listening attentively, then memory, and remembrance is actually, the memory is to help also them to apply. So because without remembering, we don't know how to practice it. So, but before that stage, the Buddha mentioned about another point is that when we put into memory about what we have heard or what we have seen, yeah, the next thing is very important is to know the meaning. Yeah, a lot of times when you ask people after they listen, they remember, but I said, do you know what it means? They said they don't know. They do not know. Yeah. So this is another level of what they call thinking that needs to be incorporated in learning and teaching. Because why? If they do not know the meaning, then they just grab the words, but they do not know what it is actually. So this process also is very important to define what is what, yeah, and then they will be able to comprehend. And then after that, we put it into the next level to analyze it, how it connects together or how it can be separated or how it can be juggled up to become many aspects. And this come to the analysis. So in a modern term, I think maybe analysis is one of the higher order thinking. Yeah. So after you know the meaning, maybe you may apply it, but some people just apply it. They do, but they are not doing it the best. Yeah. So they may produce something, but that is just a common thing, like just the example you have mentioned. Yeah. The common thing that you produce a 19. Yeah. But the further analysis of it, or when you see, you can analyze it from different perspective, how you can combine, and then you'll find there's a better way to do it, or the better result. And this is where it needs a higher order thinking, or when in the past the Buddha mentioned is the analysis. Yeah, after knowing the meaning of what is what, then you analyze, yeah, from different perspective, and then of course then you will find, of course, the best result. And so through this process, of course, you test it out. When you test it out, then you find, there's a way that you can get it more, what they call, fruitful, or better result. So that is where then you evaluate. Yeah. After the first try, 19, then after that you evaluate whether it's a teacher feedback or a peer discussion, or you test it out in different perspective. So as you evaluate, you know that there's other way of doing this or resolve this matter even more efficiently. And from there means after evaluation, then of course you self-correct. So again, you go to the process again, and you evaluate again, and they get better and better result. And these are involving a lot of higher thinking aspect to improve our life in terms of whether we acquire knowledge or intellect or our spirituality, and in many in our career and in many other aspects of our life. These are the processes, I think, that if we can do it, yeah, not only we can live life the common way, but we can rise above, yeah, others in terms of how we deal with our life, how it brings our progress and success, and also how we can lead our children or friends or families towards a higher order way of life, which is in the Buddhist term, they say a very Dhamma way. Dhamma way means the way how truth brings about the most efficient, most what is it, the highest way of getting into fruitful life, a happy life, and a life that makes progress, and a life that can bring well-being to ourselves and others. So I'd like to just give you this perspective in terms of the Dhamma way, and how the Buddha actually talk about how we should analyze, or how we should learn, or how we should practice to achieve what we wish to really help ourselves and help others in the learning process, and in acquiring knowledge, skill, and of course the happiness in life.
Yep.
Thank you.
Thank you, Venerable Sumangala, for the sharing. And I believe what Sister Poh Yew was trying to share with us just now, showing us the video and all that, there's some important lesson term maybe she wants to share with us. And there are two questions here. Sister Poh Yew, perhaps you can answer the participant. Yeah. One question is, she asked about, Catherine asked about what is the name of the video. Perhaps, Catherine, you want to clarify which video you mean? The
Ben Underwood.
Is it the Ben Underwood
video? The blind boy is Ben Underwood. Ben Underwood. This is a very very touching story, because this boy already passed away. The video was taken at 16 years old. He passed away at 17 years old. And the mother was the person who behind his success. The mother, I attended, so happened, I followed his story. So one day I opened, I saw him pass away. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Yeah.
So I saw him pass away. The mother said, let's not feel sad. Let's not cry. Let's celebrate. Let's celebrate his success. Let's celebrate he has helped so many people around the world to motivate. He go around the world in TV, radio station to motivate other handicapped people. I was so touched by this the mother's big heart to give his son to the society to save the world. And he said, let's celebrate his success. What a special occasion when the son passed away. He said, let's celebrate. Nobody should cry. Let's have party. She said. So I was so touched by this video, and I thank Ariya for mentioning about the basic, because the basic is actually very important. I didn't mention it earlier because it's focusing on higher ordering, but I need to mention next time in my future. I reflect on what you say. I need to mention in the future talks so that people understand that it is not that the basic is not important. It is that we are lacking of higher order thinking training in the school. So we are very much lacking. So somebody asked me, is right brain more important than left brain? I said, no, they're equally important. It's just that we are lacking of right brain. So we talk so much about right brain in the school system, right? Because we do a lot of left brain already. Okay. Now,
Sister Poh Yew, sorry, there's another question. I let you know first. Perhaps you can answer later. Where she asked that where can we find additional lesson for us to play the games with kids?
Okay, there are plenty of resources on the net. Plenty. One of my favorite is called Printers. P-R-I-N-T-E-R-E-S-T. Print and interest. Printers. Print and interest. Printers. Right. So you just key in fun way of teaching, or like the TED reader. You should go to TED. TED is one of the platform that I admire. I watch TED regularly. TED is the original TED and not TEDx. The TED, not TEDx. TED, there must be very high profile people only will be able to invited to the platform. So most of them talk about love, the society, talk about meaningful living. So there are a lot of resources we can get there. Right.
Yep. Okay, thank you, Sister Poh Yew. Would you like to just do a simple summary of today's sharing?
Okay. Today my learning is that it is really very difficult to conduct this workshop on air because of the technical is an issue. The things don't run as we wish. But anyhow, what I achieve, what I get is that people get to know that there is this thing exists, right? So at least the participants who attended know that there is this higher order thinking thing exists. There is this TED reader exists. So it will inspire them to do further research in this area. And there's one day I received a feedback from my TED talk. They said that this higher order thinking is a lousy concept. Please get rid of it for our education system as fast as possible. Children are suffering, right? So it is the man's concern is true. Children are suffering because we don't have foundation and we straight away want to jump into it. The teachers are not trained to teach and they are supposed to teach. It's really suffering. So my work is to go around and preaching to people that please don't reject. This is the way to go, the way forward. Please don't reject. But there must be a way to overcome it. So you don't just discard it and go back to the earlier version because computer is simulating all human activities. Very soon you will be out of place if you don't develop the higher order thinking skills. So that is what I want to advocate all parents. Don't reject higher order thinking skills, but find ways how to make it fun. If I can do my proper workshop, you experience that it is so fun and effective. Okay. And the children, if their children are not equipped with basic skill like memorizing, understanding, they are not ready for higher order thinking. They are not ready. We must spend time building their foundation first. They must be ready for understanding, application. Then only it is fit to study. If not, it's really a phobia for the children to continue to study this topic, right?
Sister Poh Yew, there's a question asked that what is the website of your teaching on hot math? What's the website?
This is I'm a very messy person. not a single place which is proper. Just look for my name, type Teoh Poh Yew, many things come up. Just enter and but there are two organizations that but more organized that help me is one is called GS, Global Sources Education. Global Sources Education is running my program. Another one is called Teacher Yap Ye Lao Si. They are teaching my children's program. So they are more organized than my own website. So if you just key in Teoh Poh Yew, my name, you should be able to find a lot of websites that you try to explore. Okay.
Okay. Thank you. Oh, there's one more question. She asked that how do you get to know more about your program? How do you get to know more about your programs and materials? Think about it.
Two organizations. One is GS, Golden Social Education, and another is Ye Lao Si. Right? Or you just write to me. I should be able to redirect you to the organization.
So I am typing it into the chat room so that you can see. Yeah. Sorry for the typo just now. So it's Golden Sources Education. Yeah. Thank you.
Another thing, I think meditation is one of the very effective way to develop your creativity. When I have no ideas, when I will go to have a session of meditation, the idea will come. So this is because you calm down I believe because you calm down your mind, you will see all possibilities. So that is the way to go. Okay.
Yep. So thank you very much, Sister Poh Yew, for your summary. And Venerable, do you have any more things to add before we have sharing merit sessions?
Yeah, I think today we have learned a very important thing about training the mind in a way that how we acquire knowledge and how we apply and how we can actually have even higher level of thinking that can be very helpful for the well-being of ourselves and people, and also ultimately, of course, the creativity in the sense that if we can find a way of life that is not only intellectual, but also to balance it with spiritual, then people will find the happy way of living, and also helping our children to grow in a skillful way. And so the knowledge learned can be a source of happiness for all beings. So we wish that all parents will also make effort to help themselves to acquire also this higher order thinking, to learn the skill, and also to share and to help the children to develop their potential, their talent, their nobility, so that all of us can support each other to grow happily and efficiently. So we thank all the parents for joining in this session. Although we may have a bit of technical things, but nevertheless, I think the idea is conveyed, and we hope that people after listening will again in that process, remember it, and also try to find more meaning into it, understand it, and put it into practice. And from there, I think they will benefit a lot. Yeah, thank you.
Yep, thank you.
I missed out one point. Can I add?
Yes, please.
Okay. There's this person called Napoleon Hill. Napoleon Hill is a very famous author. He wrote a book, Think and Grow Rich. He has about 18 points how to become successful in life. One of them is creativity. And he said there are two types of creativity. One is synthetic creativity. The one I preach is synthetic creativity. I join connect ideas. It's called synthetic creativity. And another is genuine creativity. Genuine creativity comes from meditation. Genuine creativity comes from prayers. So you just out of nowhere ideas just come like that. So I'm also very practice a lot of this technique, that believe that there is such a energy that will give you this type of ideas when you believe in meditation or prayers. Okay, it's in this book on this aspect. Okay.
Yeah, I have written down in the chat room so that they can the participant can see as well. Thank you very much. Shall I ask Venerable to lead us in the sharing merits session?
All right, let us recall to mind and all the time that we spent together to deliberate on this topic, on our mind and the way we think, and also to improve our ability to think wholesomely and also to think in a good perspective to help ourselves to grow and to help our loved ones to grow and unfold their potential, their goodness, their nobility. So with this merit, may you also share this merit with all your family members wherever they are, that we can also exercise the love, the kindness, compassion for them to grow, and also the wisdom to lead them to be able to unfold their potential, unfold their goodness. So we wish that may all beings be well and happy, and may all our families, relatives, and friends also be blessed with good health, peace of mind, and prosperity. And may our country and the world be stable and be in harmony. And the rulers and leaders rule and lead righteously, wisely, and compassionately. And may there be due season for good weather and good harvest again. And may all beings be safe, and may all hearts be happy.
Sadhu, sadhu,
sadhu.
Thank you. Before you leave the room here, let me just do a little bit of publicity. We will continue our 5th sessions of E-DHAMMA parenting sharing. The next session will be on August 9th on the topic of applying Dhamma in parenting. That will be me, who is going to be the guest speaker on this topic. Applying Dhamma in parenting. And then we will also have another session by Sister Poh Yew again on August 23rd. She will be sharing on the right attitude towards exam. So it's on Facebook Live. You can follow Ariya Vihara Facebook page so that whenever there's a live, you can join us there. So thank you very much for your presence here today. And I hope you have good learning sessions. And we'll see you again. And one question on the video sharing. I think we'll have recorded this session and we'll process it. And when it's ready, we will put it on the Facebook page then, on the Ariya Vihara page then. Thank you. Have a pleasant weekend. See you.
Thank you,
Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you.